Ladies and gentlemen, this morning the United States steps into the first days of November in a seemingly calm setting, but behind that calm lies significant atmospheric changes quietly forming on the weather map. After many stormy weeks at the end of October, especially the journey of Hurricane Melissa, the skies across America are temporarily calm, with gentle sunshine, mild easterly winds, and comfortable temperatures. However, meteorologists warn that this period of calm may only be the calm before the storm, as in the next 10 to 15 days, global atmospheric models are showing a clear shift, signaling a series of powerful weather systems that may soon appear. According to analyses from the U.S. Weather Prediction Center, the jet stream, the factor that directs air masses over North America, is beginning to shift, opening a path for cold energy waves from northern Canada to move southward. Meanwhile, over the Pacific Ocean, a trough has appeared and is forecast to become the focal point of this change. As this system moves inland, it will draw in cold air and create heavy rainfall, even snow, in the western mountains of the U.S. What is happening in the troposphere shows that within just a few days, the entire continent may enter a warm, cold, alternating weather cycle, as the southern regions remain warm and dry, while the northern and midwestern states begin to welcome the first chilly winds of the season. On the European weather map, a weak energy area is moving along the U.S. East Coast. Although it has not yet generated significant rainfall, there are signs of moisture convergence. It is highly likely that within the next 48 hours, areas from Georgia to South Carolina will experience light rain accompanied by isolated thunderstorms. Meanwhile, in the West, the states of Washington, Oregon, and Northern California are preparing for the first rains of the month, bringing snow to elevations above 1,500 meters. In the north, cold air from Canada is beginning to spread into the Great Lakes region, expected to cause a significant temperature drop by mid-next week. The current jet stream remains relatively flat, preventing cold air from plunging deep into the south, keeping most of the central and southern U.S. under dry, sunny, and pleasant conditions. However, once the Pacific Trough moves inland, this jet will dip southward, paving the way for stronger cold air intrusions. Long-range forecast models agree that between November 5th and 8th, a strong low-pressure system will form over the Pacific Ocean, then sweep across the northwestern states such as Washington and Oregon, bringing heavy rain, strong winds, and thick mountain snow. As it crosses the Rockies, the remaining energy of this system will continue moving quickly east-northeast, combining with cold air from Canada to create a mid-scale storm system affecting the Great Lakes, New England, and the East Coast by late next week. Forecasts indicate that while this will not yet be a snowstorm, the potential for strong thunderstorms, gusty winds, and widespread heavy rain is very high, especially in Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Louisiana. During this period, residents are advised to watch for isolated tornado risks. According to lower-level moisture data, dew point, the central and southern U.S. are seeing rapidly increasing humidity. By mid-next week, dew points in Texas, Oklahoma, and the Mississippi Valley may reach 55 to 65 degrees, an ideal range for strong convection if combined with upper-level winds. When tropical moisture from the Gulf of Mexico is drawn northward and collides with the cold air mass from the north, the pressure and temperature differences will create large-scale thunderstorms accompanied by hail, strong winds, and possibly a few localized tornadoes. At present, the northern U.S. remains in a stable phase. Daytime temperatures across the Great Lakes and New England remain around 35-50 degrees Fahrenheit, dropping to 25-32 degrees at night. Some high-altitude areas of Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire may see frost and light snow in the early morning. In contrast, western states such as California, Nevada, Utah, and Montana are experiencing warmer than usual days, with average highs of 25-27 degrees Celsius, about 5-8 degrees above normal. This warmth is due to a subtropical high-pressure system covering the region, temporarily blocking cold air intrusions. However, this warm spell is not expected to last long, as once the Pacific trough moves inland, the warm zone will quickly disappear, giving way to cold, moist air and snow. Over the next 48 hours, weather across the U.S. will show a clear division. In the northeast, it will be cold and dry, with scattered snow possible in the Adirondacks and around Vermont. Winds will be light, humidity low, and visibility good. The southeast, including Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina, will maintain comfortable temperatures and mild sunshine, ideal for outdoor activities. However, isolated thunderstorms may occur along the South Carolina coast, though rainfall amounts will be minor. In Texas and along the Gulf Coast, especially near Corpus Christi and Brownsville, there will be afternoon and evening thunderstorms accompanied by strong gusts and lightning. The Northwest will continue to see rain and even mountain snow, while the central U.S. remains dry and sunny, favorable for agriculture. The National Weather Service, NWS, has issued freeze warnings for several central states, such as Missouri, Kansas, Illinois, and parts of the North Carolina highlands, as nighttime temperatures may drop to just 28 to 30 degrees. According to the Climate Prediction Center, CPC, from November 6 to 10, most of the U.S. will have above-average temperatures, except the Northeast, which may be slightly cooler. From November 8th to 14th, the subtropical high is expected to remain dominant, keeping the central and southwestern regions warm. This means the first half of November will likely lean warm and dry, with no signs yet of deep cold outbreaks or major snowstorms. Experts suggest that winter may start later than usual, but once Arctic air masses move southward toward the end of November, the U.S. will quickly transition into a much harsher winter season. Early season snow has not yet appeared widely. Snowfall signals are limited to the Rockies, Montana, and the interior of New England. The Great Lakes, lake effect snow remains weak due to insufficient temperature contrast between the water surface and the air. However, in high-altitude areas of Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming, an additional 20-40 centimeters of new snow is expected as the Pacific low-pressure system moves inland next week. In the long term, meteorologists note that ENSO, the atmospheric oscillation over the Pacific, is shifting toward a neutral state with a slight La Niña lean. This shift may push the jet stream northward, making the northeastern U.S. colder and wetter in December, while the western and southern regions stay warm and dry. Other climate indices, such as the AO and NAO, remain neutral for now, but if they turn negative in the coming weeks, the likelihood of deep cold outbreaks will increase, signaling an earlier than expected start to winter. Overall, the first week of November will remain fairly calm, but from the second week onward, strong Pacific low-pressure systems will sweep inland, bringing strong winds, heavy rains, and possibly the first atmospheric rivers of the winter season. After November 10th, cold air from Canada is expected to sink southward, ushering much of the U.S. into the early stage of the true cold season. Although the outdoor scene still features gentle sunshine and clear skies, changes in the upper atmosphere suggest that winter is closer than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, November is not only the seasonal transition period of the year, but also a time when people often seek peace, spend time with family, and reflect. After months of storms, America is entering a brief calm, only to soon face the first cold waves of the season. Amid all of nature's changes, the most important thing remains preparedness, calmness, and faith. As written in 1 Corinthians 15:58, "Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." Whatever changes the weather may bring, always hold on to your spirit, love, and gratitude, for they are the strength that helps us overcome all challenges. Thank you for watching today's special weather report. If you found this update helpful, please click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the latest updates on U.S. and global weather. Wishing you a peaceful, warm, and hopeful first day of November. Goodbye, and see you in the next report. God bless you all.